All right, so good game for Philadelphia. Big win. I thought that we came in and we kind of established our dominance as a top team in the NFL once again. There were some things I think that we should have paid attention. We should pay attention to and stay focused. But overall, good showing on both sides of the ball, especially of where we want to win and what we want to be good at. Yes, of course, we want to ensure that we attack our weaknesses, but what are we good at, right? We're good at being able to establish establish the line of scrimmage. We're good at getting to the quarterback. If I see those two things, I know that we're on the right track because those are two things that help a team throughout the year be successful. Once again, Jalen Hurts had a good game. Fair game. I thought there were some things that we'll break down in passing if he could have done better. But overall, 25 for 38, 303, 303 yards to the air, one touchdown, one interception, 87 quarterback rating, and only one sack. Hats off to the offensive line. Whenever you're the best defensive tackle in football, and you only give up one sack, that's always good. Aaron Donald was pretty much non-existent this game. I wouldn't say that, but because we did double team him quite a bit. But Aaron Donald, 4 tackles, 0 sacks, 0 tackles for loss, 0 pass deflections, and I'm not sure about pressures and 0 QB hits. That's what you want to see in that stat line. Essentially, they could not get to Jalen Hurts all throughout the whole game. So big hats off to on offensive line scrimmage and pass protection. And I'll talk strategy a little bit later. But on the ground, Jalen Hurts 15 for 72, one touchdown. Dre Swift 17 for 70. Kenneth Gainwell 7 for 17. We saw a lot of long sustained drives. We essentially almost ran 70 play. What was it? We ran 77 plays versus their 51 plays. So whenever we have these long sustained drives, it's always good to wear down a defense. Defense gets tired. No matter how much will they have, fatigue sets in, muscle fatigue sets in, and that push that you normally have at the beginning of the game, it gets weaker and weaker. So hats off to us being able to have those long sustained drives, take time on the clock. I always look at an indicator of TOP, time possession, as an indicator of how well a team is going to do, unless you have big plays. But time of the possession for this one, 37 minutes versus 22 minutes. So we actually had the ball, 15 more minutes more than the Rams, which is a big plus. A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert had a big game, 6 for 127 for A.J. Brown. Dallas Goedert, 8 for 117, one touchdown. Both of them had 8 and 9 targets respectively. I told you guys, and you guys laughed at me. I said when Quez Watkins gets back, it's going to be, Dallas Goedert's going to go off, opening up a lot of things for our guys underneath. I'm not really happy about Smitty only getting 5 targets, 1 catch for 6 yards, and Quez Watkins had 2 catches for 4 yards, and one of them was a screen. We have to get more of those guys involved. But with Quez Watkins, what we're seeing him extend the defense, opening up a lot of things up in the middle for those guys, AJ Swift, Dallas Goedert, especially Dallas Goedert, because the Rams, I haven't broken down the film, but we're playing some type of cloud coverage, just making sure that there wasn't anything deep. Hence, you saw the deep route they had with AJ Brown. They threw the interception. But overall, on the offensive side, I thought we did well. Defensive side is what we want to see, right? We want to see impression the quarterback, 8 QB hits, 5 tackles for loss, 4 sacks. Hassan Reddick got 2, Jalen Carter got 2. So our guys stepped up, our main guys stepped up when we need to, especially in the absence of Fletcher Cox. We have Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. Some of the guys, step up in the middle. Zach Cunningham continued to play smart, good football. I thought it was a good pickup for us from the Houston Texans. And, of course, our secondary. And what we're seeing with our secondary is this. We're seeing our secondary be able to almost, because we saw a lot of Eli Ricks. We saw Roby there. And, Roby's probably the only guy. And we saw Eli Ricks a little bit more towards the end of the game. And I don't think it's just because he knows the offense. I think it's a lot of it's simply because Eli Ricks is a good cover corner. So we put him in the slot. We put him at corner. We don't necessarily have to worry about them saying, he's a slot guy. He can't shift across the field. We saw Eli Ricks in the slot. We saw Eli Ricks at corner. We saw Slade in the slot. We saw Bradbury in the slot. So it makes it harder for an offense if those defensive backs, those cornerbacks are able to play in the slot without us switching and navigating personnel so much. So Bradley Roby, I thought he was good. It was a good contribution for him to come in. We'll see and continue to assess how he does and how well he does. But a good pickup for us for a guy to come in off the street and just be able to play, guard Cooper Kupp. Same thing with Eli Ricks. his first assignment was Cooper Cup, which is a huge task. But overall, the defense did what they're supposed to do, played sound football. Special teams was sound as well too. So, hey, out. Huh? Yes. Yes. Okay.
Oh, did you?
Thank you. Yes. Happy meal. Happy meal. Wait. All right. Thank you, Luke.
Happy meal.
Yes. Happy meal. Happy meal. Beat it. All right. So we have. And then special teams play solid as well too. But when you only give up 14 points and only 17 no points in the second half, it's a win. If you look at Los Angeles Rams last couple possessions, they towards the second half it was punt, downs, end of game. So we had yes, happy meal. Wait, Luke. Hey, Luke, I'm recording. All right. So I'm recording. All right. Sorry, it's my son that came in. But when you have that, and in the first half, they only had 3 possessions in the first half. So when you're able to have those long sustained drives, your defense is fresher. Your defense it's almost like you didn't even play a game in the first half. the first half. In the first half, they really only ran 26 plays. So that's something that we definitely want to see. That's a benefit for us. On the strategy side, I like to say our offense. I think we abandoned the quick game so often, which you saw Jalen Hurts, running out of the pocket and making some of those completions to Dallas Goedert. If the run game is not successful, then the problem that we probably have is, okay, how do we work our quick game? Sometimes those 3 and 4 yard passes, they make up for those short runs. So I think we need to go back to that. And of course, I think that we should definitely utilize Smitty a lot more than we have been utilizing. Devontae Smith is a critical part of our offense. And as teams start to key on A.J. Brown, we really want to figure out how can we incorporate and still get Devontae Smith the ball. Jalen Hurts still is keying on for A.J. Brown, and I think there's a lot of misses. Even on the touchdown pass, it was like second or first and 10. He could throw it backside to Smitty to get some yards. It was getting a little bit greedy. And the way A.J. Brown doesn't necessarily create separation with his finesse. He creates a lot of separation with his body. A lot of his catches, and late hands. A lot of his catches, a lot of his touchdowns and passes don't come when the DB is widely separating from him. It's widely separating from him, and a lot of those catches come when they're close to him. So I'll break down that film a little bit more. But overall, I think that we're good at the things we're supposed to do. Of course, attack our weaknesses. Once again, we're a jack of all trades. Jack of all trades, being capable of doing multiple things with multiple guys on the field. Overall, good win. But let's work on making our offense a little bit more robust and not just keyed on certain guys. And defense, of course, we want to get healthy. Defense continue to get pressure, and we want to see a lot more consistent play in our secondary except getting beat here, these one-off times. So get healthy is the main theme. Good win. We're going to need it against the Jets as they have Quentin Williams and a good defense that we're coming up against. And our defense continue to do the same things that they're doing. But overall, good win. We probably won't be getting respect because it wasn't a confident win. And we want to see that we want to see, and probably the league wants to see the Eagles win just confidently, not etch out wins, but win confidently. With only scoring 6 points in the second half in the fourth, in the fourth quarter, there's a little bit more we were looking for, especially not being able to be successful in the red zone.